Happening today, a landmark case set to begin involving former President Donald Trump. The Supreme Court will hear arguments on whether Mr. Trump can be left off the primary ballot in Colorado. WCNC Charlotte's Bree Jackson tells us what we can expect.
Good morning, Sarah. Today, the U.S. Supreme Court will be weighing arguments over whether former President Trump is disqualified from running for president because of his role in efforts to overturn the 2020 election and the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Whether former President Trump can legally be on the 2024 ballot is a question before the High Court today. This after Colorado's Supreme Court kicked the GOP frontrunner off the state's Republican ballot, citing his role in events leading up to the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Colorado's Secretary of State says the message is clear.
States can rightfully disqualify oath-breaking insurrectionists like Donald Trump, and that is perfectly within the confines of the Constitution and federalism.
The case centers around Section 3 of the Constitution's 14th Amendment. It bars anyone who has engaged in insurrection from holding federal office. Trump claims the case is an effort to stop his latest run for the White House.
They want to silence me because I will never let them silence you.
The Trump campaign called Colorado's state Supreme Court decision flawed, and his lawyers appealed to the Supreme Court. Today, justices will hear both sides.
So, the issue of sort of how one deals with the 14th Amendment is initially before the Supreme Court, and they could rule against Donald Trump, in which case there's no further inquiry. But even if they rule for him and overrule the Colorado Supreme Court, we will still have the decision about whether somebody who is engaged in that conduct should be there.
Barring a quick ruling, Trump's name remains on the Republican primary ballot for March 5th. And even if the High Court rules against former President Trump, he will not be immediately disqualified from running. The issue will return to individual states. In Washington, Bree Jackson for WCNC Charlotte.